employment is actually just that is you're outsourcing the decision power of your life to your boss. They take control of your life so that you're like, oh, okay, they're taking risks from me. So if they fucked up my life, it's not my fault.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Splash IRL Podcast. Here we talk to people who run and own businesses, and we dive deep into what it really takes to make it all work. So no fluff, no sugarcoating, completely unscripted, just real honest conversations. And today we have a very special guest all the way from Hong Kong. It's Vincent from Geniefriends.
Thank you guys. This is amazing. I love the setup and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so what does Geniefriends do actually?
So basically what we do is we organize what we call secret dinners in different cities, mostly in Asian cities. For example, Taiwan, Vietnam, Manila, Hong Kong, Singapore. So the whole concept is originated from Hong Kong, whereby we invite friends and friends of friends to come together at a place, at a restaurant that we're not going to review until the day before the event, so that people get a little bit of suspense, and for them to make friends, basically. So because we do that post-COVID, the reason being there actually a lot of need for people to have real life connection. So this is part of the IRL movement.
I see.
So in real life movement that actually we really want to do, in particular post-COVID, whereby people are actually living off literally getting consumed by so many social medias. So that's what we do. So I see that as a movement as well. So as a movement of fighting back against social media so that we can actually have real, genuine human connection.
Cool. But I mean, we had our COVID in Singapore. Was it very different in Hong Kong?
So I haven't experienced the COVID in Singapore, but I'll say it's actually pretty bad in Hong Kong. So in a sense that we don't have the chance to actually network with people, socialize people. So we just stay in our apartment.
How many years was that?
I think it was like 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
And then and the policy was quite strict back then as well.
Was it alongside the Chinese one as well?
Oh no, we have like a separate one.
Okay.
So yeah, but basically I think back then people are longing for just meeting like real people. And then, but during COVID times, that was also the time when all these like delivery apps was booming, and all these like social media.
Almost like my wife started her social media actual career during COVID, and it started booming.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
That's cool. And when did Geniefriends start?
So it was around 3 years ago. Yeah. So at the very beginning, basically we're thinking about the idea of, why don't we just invite friends to come to have dinners together? So eventually, this idea got a little bit viral. So it all started off from a random dinner with 12 guests, and then eventually there were more people joined, and then we're like, why don't we start this as a side hustle? So eventually, after working on this for myself as a side hustle for around 1 to 2 years, then I decided that actually I kind of wanted to quit my job as a lawyer back then and actually contribute on this. Yeah.
That's crazy. How do you have a side hustle as a lawyer?
I think I was quasi giving up my legal career, to be honest. And I never thought I'm a good lawyer anyway. So the only reason why I was, I got qualified and I was practicing as a lawyer is because of being raised as an Asian kid, an Asian family. So at least I'm not at least I'm not illiterate. So they're like, okay, so you can read, you can write, you can either be a doctor or a lawyer, or let's say accountant or a banker. I was like, okay, why don't I be a lawyer then? So that's the case, yeah.
And then you started your side hustle.
Yeah.
And how was it like actually juggling that, right? Because it's like, as a lawyer back then, it's like impossible to have even the mental space to do anything. Even talk to my girlfriend, like now I did, right? So how do you even juggle that?
I guess it is not. So I think the key to juggling these things is all about energy. So whether it takes energy from you or it gives you energy. So I think, with all the due respect to the legal profession, when I was working as a lawyer, it actually drains energy out of me. Whereas when I'm talking to people that I really want to talk to, building a community in different cities, I feel like it's actually enriching me. It's giving me energy. So in that way, it actually sums up. It sets off. So I guess it actually doesn't drain me in the sense that it takes away my energy, but rather it's actually an enrichment for me to rest from all these legal documents. Talking to real people. I mean, I'm an introvert, but I really love talking to people. So yeah.
So would that actually make you an extrovert?
I don't think so. Like an analogy I always use for myself is that I'm very much like a sports car. So I love the feeling of, going 200 km per hour, zooming on the road, but then basically the fuel tank got empty very quickly. Then I have to go to a petrol station and refill it. And then I can zoom on the road again. So
I like this guy. He's like extrovert. True, I can go. I'm a bit like him actually. I'll like speak to a few people and then I'll just stay. And I'll just like rest. Sprint. My wife on the other hand is just not move. I'm not gonna talk to anyone.
She's an introvert for sure.
She's not sure. That's cool. And I mean, now Geniefriends, 3 years in, you guys have an app. You have like you use like Luma and events and and then you have the AI thing going. Was it like that at the start? Like
no.
So how do you organize this?
So at the very beginning, it's actually very raw, I would say, in the sense that we literally invite our friends to come. And then there's no app. We send message on WhatsApp one by one.
Oh, wow.
And,
I see you still do that actually.
we still do that, but we are using a more systematic way right now.
Okay.
With a little bit of automation. So, but back then, like every message was sent like manually with no automation whatsoever. And so we were using Luma at the very beginning since day one of this entire project. But I would say back then it was a lot of man hours consumed in the process. And I think I'm very grateful to have one of our co-founders who's very good at automating things and system. Like
that's Eric, right?
Yeah, that's Eric, making things very systematic in a very fast-paced manner. So that's how we, as the human in the team, can focus on doing the right thing rather than spending hours and hours sending out messages.
Absolutely. We should do that too.
Yes, because we at our main studio we still do it with
relatively humans.
And I think the automation, like I was just talking to one of the founders of one of our friends. He's the founder of Odo.
Odo automation. The all-in-one platform.
No, they do like F&B stuff.
I see.
Automation. Kind of like tech. Like F&B tech. So he also started using automation.
Right.
So he was telling me that, cold calling. Like apparently now you could like get the AI to do cold calling for you. And he said that previously when he hired part-timers, they call and after when they call like 30 people and get rejected 30 times, they are just done for the day. But with the AI, they can do it
just keep going
times a day, which is
crazy.
And I think it frees him up also to kind of explore the more high level
what the AI can't do, right? Like the human to human connection.
Exactly.
So how hard is it to build an app?
Well, I'm not the tech guy, so I don't know. But for me, it's tremendously difficult because I don't even know how to begin. For me, myself. But I think for my almighty tech team, they can actually build it within days. So the entire app was actually built within days.
Wow.
In a sprint. But then the hardest part is actually getting people to use it.
Yes.
So tech by itself has no value, but for people actually using it. So I guess, that's how we manage to focus more on the real life experience rather. So whether people use the app or not doesn't affect the experience overall.
Yes.
So it's just that we're using the app so that it can enhance a little bit. So I would say the core part about what we do is still to focus on the human experience rather than, we're a very, glamorous tech company with this and that. So it's not about tech, it's all about human, I think.
And so tech then kind of like enables and enhances
it enhances
the actual human experience, right? Rather than the just like being in the app, which is actually against your vision, which is to have more in real life experience.
Because to us, the app, be it like at the very beginning a web app or later a mobile app, it is never a replacement it is only an enhancement of conversations that happens on a dining table. So let's say on the web app or later at the mobile app, we would have what we call two apps. So there are basically two features. The first feature is you will be able to find your genie wish.
Yeah.
So what genie wish is, you can fill in whatever you want, and then we'll use algorithm to match you with the perfect people at the dinner that matches the criteria.
And I happen to be matched with Rich.
So you guys are meant to be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The algorithm knows what's up.
Everyone knows what's up. So so that's the idea. So so basically, whether you're using a web app or a mobile app, you have that feature as well. So actually, this app by itself doesn't have any value. Like if you don't attend the dinner, but only by using this app, you would not be able to generate any value. It's only if you attend the dinner, you can use that app to use as a tool for you to talk to people. So
As you connect, and if like you miss out like getting the guys Instagram,
exactly.
you get at them.
Nice.
And I really love because I've been to Geniefriends quite a few times. And I really love that there's no kind of like agenda.
Right.
Like there are some networking events where you just go to a place and then you have to like do the activity and it's like basically an extrovert's party.
Right.
But like being in Geniefriends, it's okay to just stay at the table and just talk, or even if you don't want to talk, it's fine. And I mean, being not a full extrovert like him, I enjoy like just having deep conversations with like one or two people, and that's what struck me in terms of like a community in friends. Because I've been to many networking dinners where everyone is just like all over the top, and then you just get a few business cards that you'll never ever see again. But I think this community is really
kind of funny because all the founders are actually introverts.
Oh, really?
Well, honestly speaking, by essence, a little bit like an introvert party.
Yeah.
So I think many of the features are actually a little bit tailored for people who are not already extra energetic. So for example, we have Genie cards. So in replacement of business cards. So it talks more about the personal level of you, so that people can actually say, oh, this is an accurate version of you, or oh, this is not an accurate version of you, so that we can have more ice-breaking points for people to talk about. So, and also we have what we call the Genie wish card on the table.
I think that's amazing.
So basically we ask a unique question for every single dinner. For example, where do you want to go for your next vacation? And then we'll just mix it up so that people have this pile of cards, and then they'll be like, oh, so I've been talking to Isaac for let's say half an hour, and then let me guess where your next vacation would be. So that's how you sort of use that as an icebreaking tool to know more about the people on your table.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like you've been building this community across different cities, for 3 years. What do you think is the next step for Geniefriends? What's your vision?
I think what we're trying to do is make it more scalable. So because right now, every single dinner, one of the co-founders will fly in and attend in the city. But sometimes I think I love this human element. I love talking to the people at different community, different cities. But it's just that if we want to scale it up a little bit bigger, then maybe at some point in time, we have to make it more scalable so that there might be times when events are actually hosted by very trusted local hosts, so that we don't have to do it every single time. We don't have to fly.
So scaling Geniefriends.
Scaling Geniefriends.
Just taking what it currently is to the next level.
Exactly. But I mean, it's really fun. I mean, the journey is amazing. I think it's something that money can't buy because I mean, I'm born and raised in Hong Kong, so I think the fact that I can travel to different cities, build community in different cities, and meet amazing people in different cities, actually something like, if you think of it, like even if you have money, you can't just buy these connections in one go.
Exactly.
I
mean, people do that. It's called the MBA.
So we might start our very own MBA then.
Exactly. And I think the kind of like the wide range of people in each dinner that you go for. Like even in the Singapore dinner, you're not just dealing with like Singaporeans. You're dealing with people who came from like recently there's one that I went that has a Mongolian.
Really?
The first Mongolian I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Then I realized that it's so interesting, and actually I think for Singaporeans, I think he will agree that we are very caught in our own bubble.
Yeah.
You know, I think unlike Hong Kong, which I think it's a bit more international. Singapore is very we are caught in our own bubble. Things that work in Singapore might not work anywhere else. There only is like a red ocean kind of thing.
We're
Right?
very safe.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes not in a
Too
good way.
safe.
Yeah, sometimes not in a good way.
Yeah, I think we were having a conversation that time. We were talking about the how the Hong Kong people are more hungry than the Singaporeans.
Very aggressive, very hungry.
And I think it has to do with the real estate, right?
True.
Because we have like government housing. Yes, it gets expensive, more and more expensive over the years.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to Hong Kong.
course.
Oh yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So
Hong Kong is
crazy.
crazy, man.
It's crazy. Like,
Yeah. And we think our housing prices are crazy until you go to Hong Kong and then you,
But actually, you know, as someone born and raised in Hong Kong, I actually really love it. I love the grind. I love the competition. You know, it get me very anxious. But I think it's the reason why we can do so many great things in such a short period of time.
exactly.
Yeah.
you're kind of like forced into that thing, but in a good way, right?
Yeah.
Because you kind of have no choice. You have to
You
have
just
to
have to
fight.
do it, yeah.
You have to fight.
Yeah.
I was just having a late night text with one of my friends from the gym. It's a girl, but nothing.
Oh.
But no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so she was in a Y Combinator business that came out of Singapore.
Oh, wow.
So the founders were Seedly founders, and now they moved the HQ back to the US. So she spent some time there, and she said that actually and she also spent time in Europe before, and she said that like she got a culture shock in US because it's super competitive there, but because it's so competitive, people actually want to build better things.
Yeah.
I think it's the same in Hong Kong, right? But while she was saying in Europe, it's like, you know, I'm just here to kind of
Chill.
kind of earn my living, just have a nice cup of coffee, nice cup of a nice glass of wine, which I think it's where I fear. It's where Singapore is heading towards. Like people are being a bit too more comfortable and like recently I saw a Instagram post that says like top work-life balance cities in Asia.
Singapore.
Number 1, Singapore.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, okay, interesting. I want to see the comments. You know, you see the comments, it's all the Singaporeans flaming it.
Oh, really?
I was like, you have time to do this. That's why we are.
It's fair. Yeah.
It's so funny. I was literally thinking of something very similar because I was reading a post on Instagram as well saying that if you think in your 20s, if you're focusing on work-life balance, you probably will fail in your 30s. Because like work-life balance is, you know, I think there's a lot of value in it, and ultimately there's no right or wrong. It really depends on how you want to live your life. You know, if you're someone who say, you know, I don't care about what I build, I just want to have a comfortable and happy life, then that's perfectly fine. So work-life balance is your thing. But then if you want to build something big and fast and great, I think potentially you have to make sacrifices.
Absolutely.
I think something that I fear, especially for small city states like Singapore and maybe even Hong Kong, is that you might, with like the current mental model of like everything happening in this current situation, even for the past 20 years, you can have a job and actually have a very comfortable life, theoretically, but you never know what's gonna happen, right? Like maybe in the 20s, you're earning good money, you have like a wife and kids and stuff, and then when you go to the 30s, you don't know where the world's gonna hit towards, and what is the formula for comfort may not be the same formula maybe 10 years, 20 years down.
Probably not, right? Probably not.
Exactly. Which is very scary. I mean,
it's actually very scary because I recently so I used to be a very risk averse person. I used to think, you know, the safest way is actually work as a professional in Hong Kong, namely as a lawyer. It feels very certain. It feels very great salary. by the way, I think lawyers are actually paid the highest in Hong Kong among the entire world.
Wow.
Apart from some boutique firm in America, but they pay like very well. But I think it is actually a fallacy. Like employment give you stability and certainty is only a fallacy to the sense that employment is actually just that the nature of it is you're outsourcing the decision power of your life to your boss.
Yes.
To your company. So that they take control of your life so that you're like, oh, okay, they're taking risks from me. So if they fucked up my life, it's not my fault. Right? So
it sounds like Singaporeans.
yeah, so they're like, so I used to think like that. Like if they fucked up my life,
and I'll blame them for
I'll blame them for it. And I take no responsibility. I take no accountability. But then I realized it's actually, so employment is only giving the decision making away. It is not giving you better sense of security. Because security, life is always uncertain, right? Be it working for someone else or working for your own company. You feel the direct sense of uncertainty if you have your own business. You don't feel it directly if you're working for other people. It's only whether you feel it or not, but it's always
still there.
It's always there.
And if something happens to the company that you're working for, and then you blame, oh, my boss didn't pay me, you know, I'm getting made use of, but you don't know what the boss is feeling like. They literally just destroyed their whole entire life work, right? And then outsourcing it. Sometimes I do feel also, because I do a lot of turnaround work and stuff, and I don't get paid much, you know.
He likes to help people. He likes to do pro bono.
You're just a great guy.
So and then I actually like contemplate like going back to law and going back to like a corporate job, right? Because I don't have to think about like what's happening tomorrow, next week, right? Whether I close the deal or not, right? And then and then I thought about it from a life perspective, not like a money perspective. Like, am I really choosing to actually take a hold and control my life? And actually, like, you know, you only live once, right? That's very cheesy, but like, am I taking ownership of my life, right? If I go back and work for someone, I mean, it's not for everyone, but for me personally, if I go and work for someone, it feels like I'm giving up this ownership and just living life on like a
someone else's terms.
On someone else's terms. And but for me, I want to kind of like take ownership of my life, and whether it is building this business, whether it's doing other businesses, or even like just providing a service as like a person, like a personal brand, right? It's, for me, I feel more alive, and more like, that I'm gonna seize the day, you know, kind of choosy and all, better for us. But at the end of the day, I know at the end, even if I don't work out, it fails, anything fails, I know that, you know, I did my best.
You lived your life.
I've lived my life, and it's okay that I'm in this dingy, small little house, talking to my kids that hate me because I have no money. I do mine, right?
I mean, you're fine. Your house is not that dingy. It's fine.
I heard a saying that, you know, if you know that it takes, let's say, if it takes 30 times of failure for you to succeed, then
you failed it 29 times.
You want to fail that 25 times as possible.
Yes.
I think failure is actually very necessary.
It is the path to achieve whatever.
Exactly.
And I think the problem with a lot of people that wants to start business is they are scared to fail. I was a perfectionist myself. And like, I'm so scared to fail, and like, okay, should I even do it? It's only after I met him and my wife that they are like, okay, let's just do it. If it fails, it fails. That's it. Like, what would other people think about me? I realized nobody cares about me. And then after that, I really tried to fail fast and fail efficiently.
And you failed a lot.
We failed a lot,
but it's great. We're here now.
It's funny, because I think another model that I recently sort of get hugely influenced by is that people don't really care about you. Like, people don't give like damn about you.
Like Gary Vee, right?
And funny enough, that's also the reason why I shave my head. And I used not to look like this, but so I find it very, liberating the fact that people don't care about you and they're too busy caring about their own
exactly.
and their own perception of how people see them.
Mm.
Yeah, you think you're important. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, you're nobody.
And then that kind of like puts things in perspective, like with yourself. Like, so if nobody cares about you, what would you do today?
Yeah.
And it's a journey, I feel, like for some people.
Absolutely.
It's they're cool, man. And I mean, now where is Geniefriends? Geniefriends is in
so originated from Hong Kong, and then Singapore is our next second largest community, a city for our community base. And there was in Manila, we have London, we have Vietnam, and then we have Taiwan as well. And that's it. I think we're thinking of going to Shenzhen and Shanghai. Probably end of this year, and then South Korea probably second quarter 2026.
Wow, that's crazy. How do you even scale so many cities with like how big is your team actually?
So we have three, and then 3 full-time co-founders, and then we have a couple of interns. Yeah, so I think that's where the magic of automation comes in, and also it's not just automation, but basically doing things in a very scalable, systematic way internally. So, and in terms of how we actually kickstart a city, actually, it's a little bit of a personal selection because, let's say for Singapore, we started it just because we have some personal connections here at the very beginning. We started in Sydney only because my girlfriend's there. So, so I guess this is the only reason why we're doing in so many different cities is because we ourselves, our connections there. And also we leverage a lot of social medias, let's say Threads, IG, LinkedIn. So that's how we actually gather people in that city.
So it's actually pretty organic, right?
It's organic. It's very organic. So we started using paid advertisement on IG, but then for a longest period of time back then, we were all using organic content marketing. So
amazing.
But it's crazy. How do you like manage? And every country has like different country risks, different cultures.
It's very
like
different.
Building, like the way that you start a secret dinner in Hong Kong will definitely be different from Singapore.
Exactly.
Different from Vietnam. And Sydney. How?
So honestly, every single time when I'm hosting dinner overseas, I was so nervous. Like Singapore is fine right now because I feel like, I've been here so many times. I sort of know the culture a little bit. But let's say like back then we were doing a dinner in Manila, I was like, oh my God, it was my first time going to Manila. And then I know nothing about the restaurants here. So from picking the restaurants and to inviting the locals there to talking, negotiating with the net restaurant about the menu, the pricing, the seating plan and everything. Every time it's like, it's like you doing the thing from zero,
right?
from day one. So it actually was quite nerve-wracking, to be honest.
I would think so.
That's crazy, man. And I mean, now that Geniefriends has kind of like a good market, and honestly, I mean, from kind of like observing you guys, you have like quite a lot of restaurant connections now, right? Would you ever think of like creating a part of it as like recommendations?
Oh, like a Michelin guy. You never know. Actually, you never know. And potentially like be it a restaurant guy or you're having your own event space, working space, or hosting your own party. Potentially, I think that's something we can do. But I think what we really want to do is just focus on our core mission right now, and that is to build communities, leveraging the existing restaurants, existing network that we have. So
that's crazy. I don't know how you guys do it. Like like running so many cities. Like we run Singapore, and we're like, wow. It's like already an effort, but like doing different cities, managing with like 3 people on the team.
I think because we centralize it. So whether you're from Manila, whether it's about a dinner in Manila, whether it's about a dinner in Hong Kong and Singapore, the way we treat that is exactly the same. Finding restaurant is the same SOP. Sending message to guests, asking them for feedback, telling them where to go, what to expect. It's basically the same SOP. So that's how we scale.
I see. But I mean, like SOPs and then with like your business, which is very kind of like organic.
Like
how how do you kind of like juggle that? Because like being too automated or robotic does affect the experience as well, right?
I think it's where the 80-20 rule comes in, because we focus on the 20%. We use our 80% of our human time to focus on the 20%. So in that 20% that is worth our attention is basically the time you go to dinner, the time you talk to the people, the time you actually understand them more as a person. So these actually spend 80% of our effort. But for the remaining, 20% of our effort, we actually put in to the 80% of the entire journey that it gets would get. For example, the moment from, the first impression of Geniefriends online to them signing up to the waitlist, to us sending them the first message to them, to them picking the event, to them signing up, to us telling them where to go, what to expect, and also post event message asking them how's the event. All these are actually highly systematic. So I think because there are two types of interaction. The first type is human interaction, whereby it's more about understanding each other. The second part is transactional interaction, whereby it focuses on, the logistics of the dinner. So for these logistics of the dinner kind of message, we don't really care so much about it because there's not much human element in it. So I guess we were very clear about when to do what things.
Right. And it takes like, I feel like your partners are all very high performing.
I think so. I have massive respect for them. Because for me, I think I'm the one who have least experience when it comes to doing business. Because
I don't know that.
I was from the legal background. This is technically my first ever sort of
business,
formal business. I used to do like a side hustle in mental health project, but I would call it a project rather than a business. So this is actually my first proper business. So so many things to learn from, from fundraising to scaling up things quickly, to iterating things, to talk to people, how to manage people. So I think, it's like by itself like a real life MBA course on.
And I think it's always more effective to have this real life experience than an MBA.
Because you put your money and time at risk. So
And you said you dropped out.
I dropped out.
Of MBA. Why do you actually?
So at the very beginning, I was like, I kind of don't know what I want to do. I want a little bit of safety net, so I decided to pursue the MBA path. And throughout the first semester, I was like, okay, I made up my mind to actually work on my own business. So what's the point of actually having an MBA title after your name? Like no one cares about that in the business world. They care about your credibility. They care about how effective you do your things. They don't care about how much you learn from the textbook. So after that realization, I was like, okay, would I rather pay, 400K Hong Kong dollars to get a full sense of security? I'd rather just use that money to actually, get my hands dirty. So I may lose all these money. If I fucked up my business, I may lose all these, 500K of Hong Kong dollars or, 1 million Hong Kong dollars or whatnot. But at least if you don't actually put your heart into something unless you put your either time or money.
It's fair. Yeah, that's true.
And if you use like your other people money to take an MBA, that's when you really don't really
you don't care about that.
And then getting the skin in the game.
Exactly. Getting the skin in the game to work.
And building something for yourself as well.
Absolutely.
That's great, man. and it's a wonder to see how far Geniefriends has come. It's a really short and very fast, iterative experience. Well, I'm really excited to see where this goes.
I mean, hopefully, in most of the Asian cities, hopefully we'll get, weekly dinners there every single
Wow. And then you won't call it secret anymore, right? Would it be
secret? God knows.
And how many users how many attendees you have?
So we have around 9,000
That's great.
members within the community. So most of them are actually from Hong Kong.
Okay.
And second large community is Singapore, and then the rest are basically scattered around different regions. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's
Yeah.
great. Thanks so much for coming down. And tonight you have a dinner, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and is secret dinners open to like people who want to come?
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah.
Where how can they
How do you get access
invited?
to
So basically, just go to our IG, type in Geniefriends, or go to secretdinner.io.
Okay.
And you'll be able to fill out, get a wait list, and then we'll basically approve your profile, and then if you approve your profile, then we'll send you the invite for that for
Yeah.
that upcoming dinner. So yeah, whichever city you're in, mostly Asian cities, we have dinners over there. So yeah.
That's cool, man. So thank you so much for coming down.
thank you
Thank you
so
so much for watching this episode of the IRL Podcast. And if you like this episode, please like and subscribe. And you can follow Geniefriends at Geniefriends.io.
Geniefriends.io.
Yeah. I'll see you in the next episode.